What is SOP in the sugar industry? As mandated under Republic Act 6982, the Department of Labor and Employment implements an industry-based social protection program called the Social Amelioration Program in the sugar industry. It aims to improve the socio-economic conditions of the sugar workers and their families in the mills and plantations, who are vulnerable due to the seasonality of work in the sugar industry. A portion of the funds from the Sugar Industry Development Act is allocated to support death and maternity claims for eligible workers in the industry. What are the qualifications to avail the death benefit program? The deceased worker must have been employed in the sugar industry at the time of death. The death must be work-related, meaning it must have occurred while the worker was performing his or her duties or while traveling to or from work. Filing of claims must be done within 3 years from the date of the death of the sugar worker. The claimant must submit a death certificate and other supporting documents to establish the work-related nature of the incident. Who can be the claimants of the SOP death benefit program? The beneficiaries of the deceased worker can claim the SOP death benefit. They can be the worker's legal spouse, children, parents, or other individuals who are dependent on the deceased worker for support. The specific order of priority for the beneficiaries varies depending on the circumstances of the case and the applicable laws and regulations. The beneficiaries need to provide the required documentary requirements and comply with the application process to claim the death benefit. What are the steps to apply for the death benefit program? Report the death of the sugar worker to the employer or DOLE to establish the work-related nature of the incident. File a claim with the DOLE field office and submit supporting documents. Duly accomplished application form. Copy of the deceased worker's birth certificate or any valid ID. Death certificate issued by the local civil registrar or the Philippine Statistics Authority. An autopsy report, if available. Police report, if the death was caused by a crime or accident. A report from the employer or a witness detailing the work-related incident that led to the death. Proof of the deceased worker's employment in the sugar industry, such as pay slips or an employment contract. Wait for the claim to be assessed by DOLE or the employer to determine eligibility. Once approved, the worker's family will receive 14,000 pesos death benefit, which may include burial assistance, and other related expenses. Who can avail the SOP maternity benefit program? Female workers who are employed in the sugar industry can avail of the SOP maternity program, provided that they meet the eligibility criteria and documentary requirements set by the Department of Labor and Employment. What are the qualifications to be able to avail the maternity benefit program? The applicant must be a female worker who is pregnant or has recently given birth. The applicant must have worked in the sugar industry for at least 6 months. The applicant must have given notice to the employer of her pregnancy or maternity leave. The applicant must submit a medical certificate from a licensed physician indicating the expected date of delivery or the actual date of delivery. If you are a female worker who is pregnant or who has recently given birth, here are the steps to follow. 1. Female workers should inform their employer as soon as possible about their pregnancy or pregnancy-related condition to establish eligibility for the benefit. 2. To apply for the maternity benefit, the worker or their representative should file a claim with the employer or the DOLE field office. The claim should include the filled-out prescribed form with the supporting documents. Duly accomplished application form. Copy of the applicant's birth certificate or any valid ID. Medical certificate issued by a licensed physician indicating the expected date of delivery or the actual date of delivery. Proof of 6 months of employment in the sugar industry, such as pay slips or an employment contract. Notice of pregnancy or maternity leave given to the employer. 3. Female workers who have undergone therapeutic abortion and miscarriage are also qualified provided that a medical certificate is presented upon application. 4. The claim will be assessed by DOLE or the employer to determine if the worker is eligible for the benefit. 5. If the claim is approved, the worker will receive a maternity benefit, which may include financial assistance and other related expenses. In cases where the claimant woman sugar worker cannot claim the benefit, the following may be allowed to file on her behalf. They must bring an authorization letter from the worker claimant and evidence of relationship. When can the maternity benefit be claimed? As a general rule, filing of maternity claim shall be done after delivery. However, it may be filed not earlier than the 7th month of pregnancy. For physical submission of requirements for the SOP death and maternity claims, you can go to the DOLE Davao del Sur field office or through email. Application with complete requirements and attachments shall be processed within 15 business days, upon receipt. Application, processing, and approval of death and maternity benefits for SOP in the sugar industry are free of charge. Here are the legal bases of the social amelioration program in the sugar industry. To know more, you may contact the DOLE 11 regional office or visit our website at ro11.dole.gov.ph.